One of the most common questions backyard chicken keepers ask is it safe for a mature rooster to be with younger pullets, say around 2 months old? The short answer is yes. Most of the time it's safe, but with some important things to keep in mind. At 2 months old, pullets are still very much babies. They're feathered out, but they're not physically or sexually mature yet. Their little bodies just aren't ready for the attention of a grown rooster. And here's where it gets interesting. Roosters actually seem to have a sense of when a pullet is ready. Nature gave them this built-in instinct. A mature rooster will usually ignore pullets that are too young. He may herd them, call them over to food, and even protect them, but most of the time he won't try to mate until the pullet starts showing the right signs of maturity. So you're probably wondering, what are the signs of maturity? Around 16 to 20 weeks old, pullets begin to squat when a rooster approaches. That's their way of saying, okay, I'm ready. Their combs and wattles also grow redder and fuller. That's when a rooster usually takes notice. But every bird is an individual. Some roosters are patient gentlemen, while others can be a little too rough or eager. That's why you always want to keep an eye out. If your rooster is stressing out the pullets, pulling feathers, or chasing them nonstop, it may be better to separate him until the pullets are close to laying age. And laying age for most pullets is usually around 6 to 7 months, sometimes 5 months old. Now, when you look at these pullets, you see how tiny they still are, right? They may have all their feathers, but they're still babies. They're not ready for a rooster's kind of attention just yet. But the cool part is roosters know that. Most of the time, a mature rooster will just treat those young girls like part of the flock. He'll call them over when he finds food, he'll round them up if something startles them, and he'll even guard them. But he usually won't try anything romantic until those pullets start giving off the signals that they're ready. Like I mentioned, the pullets' combs and wattles start getting bigger and turning a nice red. And when a rooster walks up, instead of running away, the pullets will do the little squat. That's their way of saying, okay, I'm ready. That's when the rooster usually makes his move. Sometimes young pullets will even squat for a person or for an older hen, almost as a way of saying, I know my place in the pecking order. And here's another thing that most people don't know. If a rooster is too rough or pushy with young pullets, it can actually stress them out so much that it delays their laying. Stress is powerful in chickens, and it can affect when these first eggs arrive. That's why it's so important for us as keepers to watch the flock closely. The way a rooster treats pullets before they're mature often tells you the kind of rooster he's going to be long term. A rooster that waits, watches, and protects, well, that's usually a rooster you can trust with your whole flock. He'll guard the hens, share food, and keep a sharp eye out for predators. But if he's rough with pullets that clearly aren't ready, chasing them down or grabbing them too much, that behavior often sticks with him as he gets older, and that can turn into stress for your hens and headaches for you. Some people even say you can judge a rooster's character by how he handles the younger girls. The good ones seem to know their role as teachers and guardians first, mates second. They'll call the pullets over to treats, show them safe places to forage, and even keep the peace in little squabbles. The rougher types, they can throw the whole flock off balance because instead of building trust, they cause fear. So we have 4 roosters right now, and if you notice our young pullets aren't being surrounded or pestered by any other roosters, that's actually a good sign. It means he's respecting their stage of growth and leaving them alone to forage, eat, and just be youngsters. A rooster that gives pullets space shows patience, and that's the kind of rooster who usually grows into a steady, trustworthy leader for the whole flock. So when you watch how your rooster behaves around young pullets, you're not just looking at today, you're getting a glimpse into how he'll lead your flock for years to come. And the bottom line is, a mature rooster can live safely with 2-month-old pullets, and often he'll act more like their guardian than anything else. But as the chicken keeper, you're the referee. Keep an eye out, learn to read their signals, and you'll know when the balance feels right in your flock. So now I want to hear from you. How does your rooster treat the younger pullets in your flock? Is he more of a teacher or does he get a little too pushy? Let us know in the comments below. As always, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.